meus lindões, Kreuser aqui, e no vídeo de hoje vou trazer a minha entrevista com parte do elenco e produção de Bem Vindos a Derry. Eu tive a oportunidade de conversar com eles no início da série e também no período que eles vieram pra CCXP, então deu pra complementar algumas coisas que eu tinha conversado com eles inicialmente. E obviamente falar algumas simbologias, falamos de Rich, algumas curiosidades de filmagem que honestamente eu amei saber. Lembrando vocês que tem vídeo de todos os episódios de Derry aqui no canal, e eu já peço pra vocês deixarem o like aí também, principalmente porque assim eu consigo mais oportunidades de trazer esse conteúdo pra vocês. E óbvio, não deixa de se inscrever no canal e clicar no sininho pra receber notificação pra quando tiver um vídeo novo, que eu sempre trago as novidades dos filmes e das séries aqui pra vocês o quanto antes vocês sabem, então fiquem com essa entrevista. Oh my gosh, I have so many questions in so little time.
I'm gonna do short answers.
Thank you for having me. I'm very happy because you remember me from the virtual junket. Tomorrow is your birthday, so I brought you a present.
Look at that. Do I have to open it now?
If you
Okay, you
like
keep
it.
talking. You have 4 minutes. You got 4 minutes. Don't wait for me.
And Rudy, as a YouTuber, it's an honor to talk to you under these circumstances because I love it, your pineapple videos.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
True fan. I appreciate it.
I love the episodes of Derry so far. They are terrifying. I'd like to start by asking, what would the personification of it be for you guys?
Oh, I like that. I studied jujitsu, so having a very large person on my face and not being able to move them, because I've experienced that, and that's probably the biggest fear I've felt. Besides, weirdly, I hike and climb a lot, but I'm afraid of heights. So it would be me at the peak of a mountain with a fat man on my face who can beat me up.
I watch a lot of like National Geographic and things like that. So I've been watching snakes. Snakes get me.
I can't say right now. It's just, it would be a little too political. I think a clown is a very good personification.
Massive spider, a math teacher. One of my bullies in a middle school. I remember one particular bully and maybe it manifested. Wait, you didn't get an answer.
I know, it's different today. It's different today.
Different.
Today's fear would be
Luton.
falling out of a hot air balloon into perpetual nothingness.
Oh my god.
You always got to go there, man. I'm saying math
Like,
teacher.
how terrible would that be, though, to just fall and be like, I'm falling for the rest of my existence?
Oh my god.
It personifies people's fear, but in real life, there are events of true horror, like the black spots, which were already part of the King's writing. How do you hope bring this to life visually will affect the audience?
The ways that we're specifically expanding the King universe, even within that, the world of it, is going to powerfully impact audiences to understand the origins of why. Why did King choose this to seed into the story? Entertainment's a really powerful way to unpack our history and help us understand it in a way that just reading a history book would.
Let them go on a journey. It's not our job to tell them what they feel, but I do believe they'll feel a lot of things.
That's a good way of saying it.
Filming Derry must have been emotionally and physically intense, especially for you, Chris, after the third episode. Is there any story you would like to share that happened during the shoot?
With this show, I was able to do stunts I've never done before. I've been in more water than I ever. And I almost drowned when I was in my 20s. Doing anything in water, I'm like, oh, this is a mental health day. Let's see what happens. So any fear you see in water, that's real, bro.
Being pushed to the extreme. Hank lives in extremes. And so to go from one extreme to the other all the time on a daily basis, it was rewarding, but it was very exhausting. And at times I was like, I don't want to do this. Internally, you're like, I know I got to do it, but I don't want to do it. And then having to go there and seeing what was on the other side.
We see a lot of practical effects, but there's also the post-production work that really sets the atmosphere for the scene. What's the biggest challenge of acting in moments like that?
Acting is all imaginary anyway. You have to give yourself over completely to the imaginary process and believe that there's something really there. That's what our job is, to live truthfully under imaginary circumstances. You have to act as if it's really happening, even though you know it isn't.
There is so much deep, visceral terror happening. The performance is happening in real life. Even if it's what we don't see yet is going to come in post. The body doesn't know it's acting. So if your mind is doing its work, our hearts will start racing. We might start sweating. We might start shaking. The nervous system will be hijacked by what we're experiencing in our mind.
The beautiful thing is working with Chris and Jovan and Taylor, like we talk, you know, we come from the theater.
Yeah, we give each other notes.
We give each other notes. That is not normal. And
it's insane.
But such a gift because we didn't just become colleagues, we became family.
When there was a special effects need, I can't say which scene, but there was a moment where Stefan said, hey, we not that good right now. We're not taking in the full scene. And I went, oh my God.
Yes.
We forgot enough part of what was happening
element.
Digital.
Yes.
And so then I think we were on the 7th, 8th take, and we were like, yo, I hope they don't use any of those. I hope they don't use any of that because it was only that 8th through 16th take that was halfway decent. The dilemma of sharing the notes is they're spoilers. Because if I tell you the note, that means I'm telling you the scene. So after the show airs, let's hang out and I'll tell you every single thing. Where Steph was like, what are you doing?
We could do a follow-up.
Chris, in my previous interview, you said you all shared some notes and you didn't want to give me spoilers at the time. Are there any you can share now?
Inside of the black spot, it was a big note area because there were so many elements. There were many times that one of us would forget about, even though everything was practical, not every single take, that they light the fire. So then we had to you forgetting that it is hot in here. And I'm like, oh, you're right. Just to keep us all in the same collective world so that we're having the shared experience because some of it shot out of order. And to remember everything is our job, but it's very easy to forget when there's fire.
What was it like to shoot the black spot in a long take and have such a powerful, frightening, emotional scenes?
It was very challenging, but very exciting at the same time. I really, really wanted to immerse the audience into this feeling of chaos and panic, and that's why I thought of doing it in a one-er, in a long sequence.
We did a lot of research of, are we gonna shoot this in volume? Do we shoot it with real fire? And because of the immersion, and he decided to do the real fire.
Why kill the main charismatic child character? Oh my God, I cry so much.
In episode 7?
Rich.
Yeah.
There's great romantic stories that end up tragically.
Romeo and Juliet.
Titanic, Dr. Zhivago, and why not Welcome to Derry?
It was hard to make the decision. We knew that somebody had to die. We had decided that somebody had to die, and Richie lost. I'm sorry.
What it's like to bring to life a character that exists in King's universe? How you understand his path, especially when we see scenes like the box. In The Shining, he handles it well, and Derry, he have some struggles, even though in this episode 7, he starts to understand how it can be beneficial, but he's very shaken, right?
Mm-hmm. Ever since Dick touches the slingshot in episode 3, he goes from incredibly confident to slowly being torn apart. Mm-hmm. And it's just a matter of allowing myself to be vulnerable enough to fall apart and trusting that Andy and the cast and the crew will catch me. So it's just building a journey of a human being breaking, which is painful, but it's fun.
And Rudy, you always lean it more toward comedy. What is like to dive into a horror, especially in ET universe? It's something you want to explore more?
It really isn't that different. For me, it's the same muscle being exercised. It's just in a new gym. There is a fine line between comedy and rhythm, drama. To me, it's all sort of one cohesive, creative thinking. I'd be lying to you if I said it was completely different. Although the world is completely different, my instincts are the same.
And I need to ask about Miss Kersh, because in the second movie, her appearance is more of a personification. Mm-hmm. And yes. Here she actually exists and it's taken by it. And we also have an introduction to Bob Pennywise. How does all of that really fit together?
As you said, this is a world where you can't really tell what's an incarnation or what is the real thing. Ingrid is a character that was very fascinating to me since she's there in the book. In chapter 2, we made her a substantial incarnation of it. But we knew that in this time, in this period, in this cycle, Ingrid would be around. We're focusing so much on Bob Gray and his legacy. We needed to put Ingrid in the story. We created this character, which is basically, it's just implied. It's almost hinted in the book. But we really wanted to flesh out that character and see what her participation in all this odyssey was.
When we got to cast Madeline Stowe, she brought so much to it because she's such an amazing actor, one of the smartest people I know. She really is. That gave us this very complex Ingrid Kersh. Is she a victim? Is she a beast? She's both.
Gente, que elenco maravilhoso. Conversar com eles foi simplesmente sensacional.